Hey everybody, this is Day Trading Ape, back after a little bit of a hiatus. Sorry about missing y'all. I had a migraine there yesterday and this morning. I think I missed a couple of days at the end of last week too, just dealing with some family stuff. Just to catch y'all up, I did pass that one combine. So I put in a trade earlier, which you can see here. I lost 12 bucks on, but as you can see, I'm still $1,500 past. Wait, maybe you can't see that because it's, there we go. I lost 12 bucks on a trade earlier after hours just to get into trade. That gets me to 9 days, so I have to put in one more trade tomorrow and just not lose $37.34. That should be pretty easy to do. So hopefully I'll show you one of those trades tomorrow after hours. That's an actual paper trade. I've messed around with my audio settings, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. I think most of it was just I was not speaking loud enough. Again, I'm probably going to do the same thing I did last time with after hours. I'm just going to do a little bit of paper trading. Let's do a sim. We're on the second screen too. And why is my stream deck all screwed up? Oh, my stream deck isn't working, so I'm not going to be able to easily show you the full setup of the second screen. But as you can see down below me is the day chart with 15 minutes, or it should be. Or is it showing the same chart as here? That is annoying. Why are you doing that? There we go. There's the day chart with 15 minutes. For some reason, OBS does not like to capture things properly. So that gives you a good idea of what the volume was through the day and through earlier for the day. So I've got since we're doing after hours on a paper account, again, we're going to have some fun with our risk. So instead of doing MNQ, let's put in a trade of NQ. And see if we can't scalp us $100 by putting in 2 contracts. Let's see how that does for us. Oh, this is gonna... Nope, not gonna let me do it because my parameters are too low. Because the $10 mark is just gonna instantly go out past it, so you can't do it that way. I have to do that on MNQ. Wrong chart. So that's one way that you can screw up. If you're only planning on only losing $10, as you can see, just put me in as an open trade. So we're just going to kind of watch it and see what it does. I can put limits in. What in the world? You are just being silly. Never mind. We're going to have to go back to MNQ. And we're going to go ahead and do... I normally would only be doing 1 contract, but I think this time around we're going to do 5, so we can try and scalp pretty quick and see what happens with that. Again, as you can see, we have a very narrow window before we hit that $10, so I'm going to risk more than 10 bucks. The other way that I can go about doing that is actually I can edit before I put in the trade. Here. So let's see where we're going to put this so that you guys can see. There you go. Now you can see the total P&L after that screw up. As you can see, it's pretty easy to screw up and lose quickly just by not having the right parameters and the right setup. That's why I highly recommend paper trading stuff, messing with your charts to figuring out what's the best way to go about it for you personally. So I always try and do a couple paper trades before I do actual trades, just so that I know where my chart's going to hit and how it's going and stuff like that. After hours is a lot less volatile, so it's a good time to practice your charts for what you want to do. As you can see, it already would have hit 10 at some point, but I still think it's going to come back up just slowly. And GME had a heck of a day today. We actually had a halt placed on it that was actually originally posted as a suspension, which I guess was just incorrect information. Oh yeah, looks like we're going to be stuck between S1 and S3 is how we're generally trying to trend about right now. As you can see, those are these lines right here and here. Hopefully I'll be able to get on early tomorrow again for you guys. And for some reason I cannot get music to capture either on OBS. OBS is being weird today about what it wants to capture versus not capture. And as you can see, we're losing about 20 bucks. So, kind of feel like messing around still with the NQ, since we're paper trading and just having fun. So I'm gonna switch this to losing 200, making 600 with 2 contracts, and we're gonna buy market. And so we actually have both of those going at the same time. So if I switch back over to MNQ, you'll see that same trade is still in effect. But let's watch the NQ one, because that's more fun. And there you go. It would have been $100, but since we already lost $100, not doing too hot. Let's check on that MNQ trade, which actually you should be able to see in this chart here is where the MNQ is. And we are making $8 there, so I'm going to go ahead and close that one out so I don't have to pay attention to it. That's on my second screen. So this is generally how much volume you have throughout the whole after hours process. So if you get off work at 6 or 7 o'clock at night, it doesn't really make a difference. You know, you'll have the ability to make money then, or when the market opens, when it's a lot easier to scalp because of the volatility that's going on. You know, you can make that $600 a lot faster. Oh, now we're losing 20 bucks again. Come on, market, go back up. So since I'm feeling a little bit risky, and since we're just doing paper trades, I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 more. And so now what that does is that this upper limit is now going to be $1,200, and this is now going to be $400 of a loss. So hopefully the audio level with the music is not too bad with my voice. I think looking at the OBS that my voice is going over the audio of the music, so it should be good. Trying to speak a little bit louder and clearer, so hopefully that's working out. I also can probably turn the volume up just a little bit on my mic on the OBS. That should do a little bit better too. Hopefully it doesn't go too loud. Oh, losing 40 bucks. 60. I hate to be that cliche guy, but if you do watch this video, please leave a comment on anything that you think I should improve, or what you'd want to see, or want to learn, or any questions that you have. Also, subscribing definitely helps me out a lot. You know, you have to hit a certain number to become monetized, or whatever, of subscribers. I'm really not necessarily doing this to make money. I'm doing this to teach people how to day trade. More than anything, I enjoy teaching, I enjoy day trading, and I make enough money doing that. And apes help apes. Look a little bit further back through to yesterday so you can see what it's been doing. This is pretty much from open, so I'll leave it about there. So once I'm off the stream, you guys will have a full day of what happened today. If anybody just likes looking at charts and listening to music. Oh shoot. Looks like we might lose that $400. So, since we are paper trading, and this is a sim account, we're going to move this down here. Just because I think it's honestly going to go up, and if I was willing to really risk. You know, you can see my net liquidity. Here I still have $500 from the other day when I was trading fake money. So it really kind of depends on what your risk versus how much you can risk versus your personal risk of what you're willing to bet. And again, don't ever bet your rent, because again, these are basically bets, just educated bets. Probably a little bit better odds than counting cards at blackjack, which I think puts you at like 53 or something % advantage. window creates a weird effect on my right arm with the light. Even though this is a black shirt, wants to chroma key it. Oh, it's gonna go back up. There we go. So as we go back, you'll notice that these points will change for the Camarilla points as to where they are relative to the chart, but they tend to stay at the same spot. And as you can see, I've put this pretty much at the top of the resistance on this pivot point and at the bottom of it. And since I think the market's going to continue to trend up like it has been for the past couple of, well, month and a half almost, I'm guessing that we're going to continue to trend up, although we did have a down day before market closed and a down day yesterday, so that could be part of the issue. We might lose money, or it could be a issue. Oh hey, we're going positive again. You can do it. We can make a couple of $100 after hours in a very short period of time. At least that's the goal. Just go up like another 200 bucks. There you go. See, now we're making 40 bucks. Unrealized profit. Up, $200. Almost. Could have closed out at the 200. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Thinking it might at least hit R1. So I'm going to move this to right on R1. Actually, I'm going to move it just a little bit below because sometimes it doesn't like to actually hit those pivot points. And the other thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to move this up to like here, so that no matter what, I'm making some money off of this trade. Oh, so close. You can do it.
Game over.
Oh, only 50 bucks. Oh shoot, not too bad. Huh, now what do I think it's going to do from here? Let's go ahead and move this up to 4 contracts. Start 5. And I think it's still going to bounce up. So we're going to put a buy limit here. I still need to change those sounds. Oh, it hit it. And okay, now all my sounds should be okay so I don't get in trouble. You can change your sounds. I changed mine to Mario sounds. And I do not want to get a DMCA just because I use Mario sounds in Ninja Trader. So, come on. I'm going to move this just a little bit lower down to this S3. Because again, I'm willing to risk what I lost. Because we've got an $859 buffer, basically. To where we started at with 100,000. And I'm basically just gonna day trade until my partner gets home. She's on her way home from work now. And again, we just gotta be kind of patient here. And hope that it's going to do what we think it's going to do. I'm kind of wanting to stick and not quite go past that R1 line. So I think I might do what I did before and move it to here. So at this point, it's not something I normally like to do, where I'm risking more than I'm wanting to earn. I usually like to have this bar be more than my stop. There we go. See, now we're making that would have been a scalp of $100 right there if you had tried to go for 100 off of that. We still could close right now at, 130. Oh. Yep, see, we should have stopped there. We would have been up 150. It's also a good thing I moved that down, because it would have cut us out, and we would have had to get back in, and that would have cost us our commission fee. But when you're trying to get $100, $200, the commission fees aren't necessarily that horrible, depending on who your broker is. I think Ninja Trader is like 50 cents a trade. I think the combine that I'm on is $1.50, but that also depends on your minis versus micros. I'm sure somebody can correct me in the comments. Oh, I am getting a spam call. You guys probably can hear. Sorry about that. We'll just cut the desktop sound until it stops ringing because I can't go to it to cancel it. Cool. They gave up, so let's turn the music back up. Again, I moved it below the S3 line here, just simply so that if it bounces and hits it, because usually the pivot points, if it goes through the pivot, it'll want to continue to go down further. So those are why I tend to pick those as spots to stop. As you'll notice this, it didn't quite get to the R1 and then went back down. Oh, come on, give us a good win day. Don't go down past that S3. But see how it hit it and bounced off it? You can also see that our channel is going up here. Up. Oh, I actually probably should call that number back, because it was a wallet that I dropped when I was visiting my grandmother in Oklahoma. And they found it, and they're wanting to email it back to me. Or email my wallet back. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? The future. They could, if it was Bitcoin that was in my wallet, but it's hard cash. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, because I still think this is a bottom at the bottom of this channel, I'm going to leave it in at 5 contracts and do buy market. And hopefully we will come back even while I go make this phone call real quick. Alrighty, well, I'm back now. They did not answer, and there wasn't a voicemail. It was weird. It was like they tried to answer but couldn't answer, so hopefully they call me back again. If not, I can always try calling the main line here in a little bit. Do I need to lower my stuff? Is that better? That's a little better. Oh, come on, you can keep going up. It's so weird, this Chroma King black shirt. Well, that's kind of cool. I think it's because of the amount of light that I have coming from the window. I have to mess with those settings. My doggy came over to say hi. Don't know if I can get her on camera though. Can you? No, she's too low. Yeah. Ah! She knocked my blue screen. Come on, you can do it. This song almost sounds like something out of the Matrix. Been digging this Harris Heller that I found with DMCA free music. Highly recommend him. Link to his channel should be in the description. If not, I'll edit it, add it, make sure it's there later. Oh, now it's gonna go back down again. You really kind of have to open your jaw quite a bit to get the mouth to actually move, at least for me. I wonder if I get it tighter up against my chin, if it'll, nope, not really. But if I were to like use tape or something, but I'm not going to do that for streams. That seems like a lot of uncomfortableness. And since we're trying to make some money here, I'm going to move this back up to here again, to the bottom of R1, so that we make more than that 600, because I can always tap out early if I'm watching it. Oh, hey, My thing is working again. I don't know why the Stream Deck is so weird about that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna minimize this for just a second so that you guys can see the second screen of what this has been looking like through the day and the month and last month for just a second. As the market goes back down. There it goes back up again. Can't get hung up on it. Like I said, trading with emotion is when you start to screw up. So if you're new to day trading, this might look a little bit cluttery for you, even if you're an advanced day trader, probably no more than me. These are just the indicators that I like to use. So it helps me see what the market's doing in the short and long term, and just the different kind of patterns that I'm looking for. I'm kind of not necessarily focused in on just one of these. Like, as you can see, this top line here is the momentum. It's starting to go down. The psychology line says that it's starting to go down too on me. And it's really sticking at the bottom of this channel and not wanting to go past these supports. So I'm hoping that we do get some support and that reverses. And we get another kind of push up like we had the momentum here and the psychology line here. And if you like slower paced trading, again, the after hours is the best for that because there's so much less volume. You can see that, oh, my mouse is not going over into that window for you to see, but you can see in the volume in the bottom left, basically right behind me, going across my chest here. You can see this is where the volume started early in the morning, and then this is, my hands off, generally we're this way is where the volume is basically none, or we're looking at like 178 trades every 15 minutes or so. And it sounds like my partner might be getting home soon. Or not. Maybe it's just my dog making noise. Hopefully my speaking is working out better on this video. We'll take a look at it after and figure out what's going on. Let's see if I can't fix that chroma key. A little bit better contrast there. Why did you... This way. There we go. Whoa. Opposite. That's better. I think I'm gonna have to close that curtain when I trade because it gives that big white though. My phone's just blowing up right now. Okay. Oh, as it goes back down again. I don't really think it's going to go too far down out of that channel again, but you know, I've been wrong most all of my trades today. There's another thing to know, sometimes when just to cut your losses. So if I lose this one, it'll probably be the end because I will have lost around $600 at that point, which is how much I was trying to win, essentially. So that's where we'll end it. This will be my last trade one way or the other. Well, I think my doggo's asking to go out. She's back over here again. So, what I'm going to do is just kind of let this trade ride and see what happens. And go take my dog out so that she can do her business. Does not seem to be working. Oh, yep, there she blows. What happened to my total PML? Oh, which accounts I was looking at. So as you can see, I ended up losing $600 today. So, well, just call it there. I'm not gonna try and chase it. When you try and chase, a lot of times is when you know, end up blowing your whole amount. So yeah, we're gonna leave it there. I wonder if the shortcuts only work on, for some reason, then my hotkeys are not working. Uh-huh. Ah, it is on a pristine thing. Ah, that would explain why. I will have to mess around with that later. As my dog is wanting to go out. Alrighty guys, well, enjoy the music and the chart. Hopefully you learn something of what not to do. And I'm gonna laugh because it's gonna keep going up and come back. If I hadn't been so risky and putting in so many trades, the brackets would have been larger and I could have probably done well, but I was trying to make some money quick. Sometimes patience is a virtue, sometimes it's not when day trading. So, anyway, I hope y'all have a good night.